Okay, happynaturalhorse.com here. Lori Broccoloni teaching you how to keep your horse healthy and sound. So, somebody sent me this label on Triple Crown. Now you have to remember, all the commercial feeds are going to cut corners on synthetic vitamins because they have to pay massive amounts of advertising fees. And I basically market the Big Sky minerals because, number one, they're 100% pure and they are 100% natural and absorbable to the horse, and they're naturally mined. Now I'm going to go over this feeding label, and I'm going to tell you what's going on with the horse's system when he is ingesting this. Number one, it's supposed to be formulated with GMO-free ingredients. Okay, that is, I'm sorry, that's a lie. It says it's soybean free, but wheat middlings are GMO. And so there's and flax seeds are mostly GMO, and flaxseed oil. A lot of people think that flaxseed is a great product, but what it is used for is in the cattle industry. It inhibits the thyroid, and when that happens, the cow gains weight. Okay. Horses do not eat flaxseed in the wild, and they don't have a gallbladder, so it's kind of hard for the oil. It just passes through. The alfalfa meal is dehydrated. It's not bad, okay, but what it is it's high in protein. So the protein up here is what I look at first. It's 14%. Okay, a horse can grow great just on 6 to 8% protein in the diet. And you have to remember that, you know, grass has protein in it, hay has protein in it, and we don't know what else is feeding, where else you can get the protein. You can get it from weeds, whatever. But when you go up to 14%, you're taxing the kidneys, and the horse has to get rid of that extra protein. It makes his kidneys work. This in the long run, okay? So there is wheat middlings in the Big Sky minerals, but it's only like 20 pounds per ton. It's not really that much, and it's to keep it fluffy, and everything else in there is alkalized, so the horse needs something that's not alkalized, that's bad for it, so that it can balance out. You can't feed pure alkalized diet to a horse. They won't eat. And if you went alkalized for a week, like if you juiced for a week and ate greens all week, you wouldn't be hungry because your body is over-alkalized. And when it's alkalized, it doesn't eat a lot. So it needs a balance in there, okay? So there's the carbonates. There's a calcium carbonate, another carbonate. It has some really good stuff in it. There's another oxide, magnesium oxide. Don't know how much is in there. It says magnesium is 50%, so if it doesn't have magnesium sulfate, there's no way that the horse can throw this 50% off of the magnesium oxide, because they cannot throw off the oxide when it's overloaded. They only need a trace amount of oxide a day, which is what the Big Sky Minerals has, okay? A trace. We're not talking 0.50%. We're talking like very low. So the kelp meal is good. The copper amino complex is good. It does have salt in it. There is a little tiny bit of salt in the Big Sky. There's probably about another 20 pounds, maybe. And that's only a ton. We're talking 1,400 pounds of minerals. And the reason why it's that way is because they need a little bit of salt to keep it balanced so the horse gets all the minerals in. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, the body is fighting this flax. It's going to shut down the pituitary gland, which is, you know, the thyroid. It taxes the thyroid gland on the horse, okay, which will tax the pituitary gland. Okay, so now they throw in more salt, okay, so now they're overfeeding the salt. And it doesn't tell you how much salt is in here. So 18% fiber, that's pretty good. I don't know where the fiber is coming from. They're probably saying it's coming from the flaxseed oil. You know, the horses are going to take what they're going to take out of there. This copper sulfate, they're getting that, but it's very little, which is good. But you don't even know where these minerals come from. They could be all synthetic. This could be synthetic. There's sodium bicarbonate. It could be, you know, everything here could be synthetic. You don't know. They can throw anything on there. Okay? So, if your horse is doing well on it, great. But if you want more, if you want to get low on protein and you want more absorbable, I ask you to just try the Big Sky Minerals for just try them for a month. 1 month. That's all and plus this stuff is expensive. It's very expensive. Big Sky Minerals for $50. It feeds, if you go 2 ounces a day or 1 ounce or 4 ounces a day. If it goes 4 ounces a day, it'll last you about 4 months. If you go 2 ounces a day, it'll last you 6 months. And it will do miraculous things for your horses. So that's my take on this this label. So and like you don't even know where this yeast comes from, you know. Brewer's yeast, Brewer's dry yeast, free from protein products, which is pretty good, but it's at the very last thing, and that's going to help his stomach. Vitamin E is good, but again, there's your innate. A horse cannot, magnesium protonate, in my Natural Equine Remedies book, it explains why the nates cannot get through the horse. They just can't digest them. They're just going to poop them out. They're going to find a way to store them or get rid of them. Okay, so, and then it has this dried formation. That's for the gut. That's about the only thing I see for the gut. There's 3 clays in the Big Sky Minerals. I'm going to put a link below. It's going to be the talk shoe of Andy Miller. It tells you how it was formulated. It's 100% naturally mined minerals. They're naturally mined, and they don't have that high of protein and high magnesium, which is oxide. I don't even see. And this ground limestone is definitely not getting into the horse. They think that's probably where they're getting this calcium ratio from. And the horse can't, you know, you just can't. They can only get the limestone when it's grown through, like a carrot is grown through the ground. They get the minerals from that. They don't get it when you take the limestone out and just throw it on there. Okay? HappyNaturalHorse.com. Subscribe to my channel. Hope this helps. Read your labels, people. Read what you're putting in your horse.